Brown-Eyed Girl, Van Morrison, goes something like this. All you're gonna need are G, C, G again, D, and then eventually we go C, D, G, E minor is the fourth chord, and we do use a D7 at one point also. That's it. Let's dive into it here. So, Brown-Eyed Girl. First thing I'll say is just a little fun thing. What is a chorus versus a refrain? I would say that the hook section of this song is the "with you, brown-eyed girl," this part. And that's not like its own section. That's the end of another section. And so we would call that a refrain if you're interested. A chorus is its own part that repeats. A refrain is not its own part, but it does repeat. And that's the short of the long. You could say a chorus is a distinct section, typically with its own melody and chord progression. It often contains the song's like main hook, the main idea, and it's repeated a whole lot. A refrain is basically the same thing. It's a little shorter usually, and it's part of a larger context of another section. So that's a fun fact. And then variations in this song is that you could play a D sometimes. You could play a D7 sometimes. It's fine. Either way will work in this song. In fact, he varies what he's playing throughout the song. A couple of other just quick housekeeping things before we dive into it is the strumming pattern does vary. Let's look at these chords first. And here, let's just play through these real quick, then we'll play through the strumming. So we've got G. I use 3, 2, 4 myself. A lot of people like to play it this way, which is the same shape, but 2, 1, 3. I use 3, 2, 4 because it switches to the C chord super easy, and also the D chord. This way, all three of these shapes have that 3, 2 happening diagonally like that. I think that's super useful. And then here is our D7, like that, and E minors like this right here. Cool. All right, now we've got our chords. So the simplified strumming is just down, down, up, up, down, up. Once on each of the chords. And then occasionally, like in the verse section, he tends to go. So it's more of like that, like, hey, where do we go? Days when the rains came. If I'm being honest, though, nobody I've ever played this song with plays that strumming. They always just do down, down, up, down, up the whole time. And you should too. It's easy, it's fine. All right. I say this a lot, but humans are not robots. We don't do the exact same strumming throughout the whole song of every song all the time. It varies. Like here. So, okay. Those are those parts. Now I'll show you the intro toward the end. Let's talk about instead how you would strum these chords. So, sections. Verse section is G to C, G to D. And each chord is the same length. You just do the strumming down, down, up, down, up, one time on each. All right, it does this 4 times. I'll keep going. This is time 3. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Last time. Now we go to the refrain. With you, C to D. Brown-eyed girl, G, E minor. And now C. Well, you, my D, brown-eyed girl. And then we go to D and back to this G right here. Okay, now the next time that happens, you see I have these little asterisks right here. What I'm saying is the bridge, which is the do you remember when, it actually kind of starts here, and then we've got 2 D7. So if I were to play this line again, it'd be like, with you, brown-eyed girl, E minor. And now C, you my brown-eyed girl. Now to the D, do you remember when? D7 again. We used to sing, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-ti-da. Just that twice. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-ti-da. Then la-ti-da. G, 2, 3, 4. That's like, there's like this whole bass thing that happens for 4 measures. But a lot of the time people just ignore that. If you're playing solo by yourself, that's fine. Okay, so let's talk about this intro here. Let me show you. We've got 8 and 7 at the same time. That's string 2, fret 8, string 1, fret 7. That's finger 2 and finger 1 like this. Then we go up. Now you could use finger 3 on fret 10, string 2, and finger 1 on fret 8, string 1. Or you could use your second finger instead of your third finger. Either way. But these are the 2 shapes, this one here and this one here, that are the vast majority of this riff. So we've got this one here, and then we slide up a whole step. So now it's the same shape that we just did, but 12 and 10 with fingers 3 and 1. I'm talking about this right here. And again, if you'd like, you could use your second finger. So it goes up, then it goes back down. Now use your pick like that. Then we go all the way up to fret 13 and 12, and you do the same thing. So that's 13 and 12, then fret 15 and 13, then fret 17 and 15. It's the same thing. Then you go back down. So starting here with your second finger on fret 8, you go up and down. Then starting with your second finger on fret 13, you go up and down. Same thing. Then the next line. And by the way, this is over G chord. So da 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 da. Right like that. G to C. Then we repeat ourselves basically right here with the exact same thing on the G. Then we have the change, the variation. So this here means optional. When I'm listening to it, he's playing just 2 notes, but it might be 3. Hard to tell, honestly. So it could be 7, 7, 5. It could just be 7 and 5 to keep with the double stop thing, 2 notes at once thing. Then, like this, fret 7, 8, 10 on string 2. So again, this one here is finger 3 on fret 7, string 3, first time we're using string 3. And then your first finger on fret 5, string 1. And if you'd like to add your pinky on fret 7 on string 2, you sure can. And some people might prefer to not use the pinky at all and use fingers 2, 3, 1, like that. So, then the G, now the C, and now the G again. Switch to here for your D chord, which is based off of this D chord right there, like that, and then jump up and get that. You could also stay in the same position and move your third finger down and go. Fret 7, 8, then 5 here instead of here, but I believe that's what he's playing. You can tell by the tonality of the string. Sounds like that, not that note just sounds a little bit different than that. It's the same pitch, it's got a slightly different tone. So okay. Like that. Then here. And end on a G. So, that's the intro. That's the strumming. That's all the chords. That's all the sections. Now let's play everything I've got highlighted here along to a beat that's slower than the original. Here we go. Feel free to go to bobdenson.com. Sign up for guitar lessons today. I teach the guitar, the bass, the ukulele, the keyboards, music theory, whole bunch of stuff. And we'll start with a free 15-minute consultation. Links in the description. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, G chord, G, C, G, D. Second time. Third time, and laughing and running. This part. Sitting and a drumming. Fourth time. The missing morning falling. Refrain. Been in you. C. Now D. Brown eyed. G. E minor. Second line of the refrain. C. D. G. Now let's go right to the bridge. D. Do you D7? D7. We used to sing sha la 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 ti da. You do it again. Sha la 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 ti da la ti da. Now the G at the very bottom. G 2, 3, 4, then verse again. Whatever happens, etc. So there you go. That is the song. A lot of fun, absolute classic, as I like to say. So I will see you guys next week here, same time, same place. Every single week, I'm releasing a long-form tutorial on an absolutely classic, easy beginner guitar song. So feel free to subscribe for more. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.